So today we're gonna talk about something interesting.
I hear it might be controversial.
Just a little
potluck
bit.
Moms.
Some of you guys might not take this one too well.
See, I think we've made a habit of just seeing how far we can push the button with talking about cultural SDA things.
Yeah.
And inviting guests on who will get us into trouble. So
for
welcome.
Welcome. And those of you who are wondering who she is, this is Emily Odgen, a fellow senior here at Auburn IMS Academy, and today's guest. So why don't you just introduce what we're going to be talking about today?
Okay, so as I said, today we're going to be talking about something that keeps me up at night. This is disgusting, okay? it's going to irk some of y'all. It's sold right across the street. They're called Big Franks.
That's where your nightmares come from.
Yes, it is. I don't know how somebody wakes up in the morning and says, "Let me grab a Big Frank." You know what I mean?
Do people eat them for breakfast?
I don't know, because I don't get it.
So the only experience I have with Big Franks is back at our middle school, Buena Vista. They always used to serve them all the time for lunch. And I remember people used to eat them with applesauce. Like, they take it and they put applesauce on top, or they dip it in applesauce.
Like, as a joke?
No, like, they seriously enjoyed it. I remember one time, one of our friends, his name was Max. He was feeling particularly hungry that day, and he started digging in the trash for people who'd thrown away their Big Franks. And he just eat them.
He dug in the trash a number of times, actually. Just a little side note about this guy. I don't know if he would ever see this recording, but that is strong memories I have of him digging through the trash for various food items in grade school. So
yeah.
If that, I don't know if that grosses you out more or less so than just a Big Frank by itself.
That is the personality type of someone who eats a Big Frank. I don't get it. Like, okay, whenever I smell them or I see them, I can't even walk into the cafe. I love you, Susanna, but I just can't walk into the cafe anymore when they're being served because the smell just like gets me like a ton of bricks. You know what I mean?
Wow. So like, what distance does it take for you to want to turn around the other way?
Sight.
Wow.
So wait a minute. So is it psychological then? Because it's just only when you see the thing, suddenly it grosses you out.
It didn't used to be this bad. Okay, so this is my 4th year here. And so I've been seeing these things every Friday at 5 o'clock for the past 4 years. And it just got to a point where, especially this year, because, like senioritis, it just got to the point where I was like, I can't even go to the cafeteria anymore.
You're just done now.
I'm done.
Just done. You're sick and tired of the Big Franks.
So the thing is, like, first of all, pretty much any veggie meat, for me at least, in the first place is gross. And then you're going to go and put it in a can.
Okay.
Anytime
so you hate them too?
Well, yes, because like pretty much anytime you put something in a can, it ruins it.
Okay.
When you pick it up, it just like disintegrates.
Yeah, that's true. Canned goods typically are the items that you put in your apocalypse bunker. But so I'm kind of just being indifferent here because I want to keep my reputation. So I don't have any one way or swear or the other, but I see what you're saying about canned items, especially
canned meat too. Like meat in a can. That just sounds wrong.
Yeah. I can't think of anything that actually belongs in a can, really. And imitation meat, especially beans, you could do canned beans, I suppose. But you can do beans somewhere else too. It doesn't have to be in a can.
Yeah. Another thing that shocks me is the price. Like I've seen people go to the store and like get like $500 worth of Big Frank. Like,
now, to be fair, they're pallets.
Big Frank. And like
well, so like I said though, to play devil's advocate here a little bit, with Big Frank, they're in a can, so they don't expire very fast. So when you buy a bulk lot, like a massive pallet of 500 of them, you're not going to eat them all at once. You're talking about maybe years worth of supply of these apparently notorious.
People are enjoying them as much as Emily is saying. They can go through those things pretty fast.
Yeah,
it's true. Now we're going to put a poll up here on all social media, I think, and potentially on YouTube. You can put in the comment section. Do you agree or do you disagree? Are they gross or do they taste good?
If they taste good to you, you can go ahead and unfollow me on any social media platform.
Crazy. Wow.
This thing's going to release and then suddenly you're just going to lose like 50% of
I love Big Franks.
Huh?
I love Big Franks.
Oh, we have a descending voice. Come over here, Sammy. Sammy has an opinion on Big Franks. Come stand right over here so the camera can see you and play devil's advocate.
Okay, so Big Franks are actually good, guys, because like you think about Big Franks, like they're not. You can't think of them as hot dogs. Hot dogs are something completely.
So they're not a fake imitation.
They're not.
Okay.
They are just something different. I think that's what some veggie meat is. Like you can't think of it as something else. You can't go into expecting something else. they're just something entirely different. You think of in the can, that sauce, the extra juices of the can.
You like sauce? Don't call it sauce. No, it's not sauce. It's not thick enough to be sauce.
So when you put it and stuff in like the pot and everything, like I don't love veggie meat a lot. I love meat, but Big Franks are something I'll go for.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, we are now no longer advertising Sammy's music anymore.
And it looks like we're out of a producer.
So I'm never gonna get over the fact that you just called it sauce, though. It's not sauce.
No.
It's not thick enough to be sauce.
You take like the juice out of the beans.
I don't
even.
even-
I'm gonna put some bean sauce on my beans.
Well, my mom always makes beans from like a pot.
So do you like when you eat the Big Frank? Do you like drizzle some of the hot dog water on top?
Well, no. You make that when like
He just
so
drinks it. Like imagine this mug just full of it.
So you know you can microwave Big Franks, right? Because it's literally veggie meat, so there's nothing like wrong with microwave. That's the best way to do them. So you put them in the microwave in a bowl, and you just put all of them, everything
Hold on.
into the
Wait.
bowl, and so it all soaks up into the Big Franks.
I have experienced microwaving beef hot dogs. Okay,
Oh,
it's horrible.
See,
You
that's,
know how nasty a hot dog looks after you microwave it.
that's beef. That's beef. See, that's different. See, veggie food is not real meat, so it can't necessarily like you can eat it all frozen. You can eat it straight out of the can if you want it.
You know what'd be funny
Like, there's
too
nothing
is
wrong.
if we can't even hear him on the mic.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
I have a confession. So I've never actually tried a Big Frank.
What?
Hold
Hold on. What?
I just can't bring myself to like touch it.
So
Honestly, you know what? That's fair. Honestly, I'll give it to you.
I guess, but you go on
So
this
you
whole rant.
have had them. and
I've
you hate
had
them.
them before.
Okay.
They're gross.
But you go on this whole
on the
rant.
other hand, never had one. You go on this rant about how they're terrible. Never had one.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah. We should have prefaced that from the beginning.
Yeah.
So this is a very interesting end to this conversation.
But you know, I've been around them. I've seen people eat them. You know.
Oh,
Okay.
but your taste buds never
Yeah.
experienced.
No. I
Mm-hmm.
can taste it through the smell. That's how I know I don't like it.
I guess it's just like an instinctual thing.
Mhm.
It's just kind of built in.
She just knows
Yeah.
she eats.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to try, just knows.
I'm growing up. I was a very picky eater. Like each food on like a
Oh.
plate would have to have
Oh.
a different fork.
Yeah. What?
And
That's still me. Not growing up, I've always been a picky eater, and I'm always like that. You don't let the food touch on the plate.
that's how I used to be. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
different
used to, like,
fork.
get a different fork for each. Like
Yeah,
wow,
thing.
that's
And if
fair.
any of the food touched, I wouldn't eat that
Mhm.
food.
Oh yeah, definitely don't let it touch. Absolutely not. No.
Wow. I was a picky eater, and I like mix everything on my plate.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't care.
You say you're a picky eater. Who's nothing compared to me.
You.
You pale in comparison. Okay.
Okay. You live on like the same meal every day. So yeah.
Well, this conversation has gone quite long.
I think I'm kind of big franked out. So
Yeah, and well, okay, 2 votes now. Is Emily even allowed to say that she doesn't like Big Franks if she hasn't even had them for 1? And for 2, are they good or are they bad?
Part 2, me trying Big Frank.
Quite possibly.
Okay,
That would be
that's
good.
an idea.
That would be good. Now you said you wouldn't even get a room with one though. So for the sacrifice of people's entertainment, would
Yeah.
you do it?
Yes.
exposure therapy. Maybe it
We're
works.
gonna do this is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Alright, yeah.